Yo, 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 what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Nate the Great coming at you with another live. You already know if you're new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. To all the returning friends and family, you already know it's peace and blessings. We'll give y'all some time to tune in case these notifications ain't go out. First things first, hopefully everybody having a blessed and productive Monday. Hopefully everybody was able to enjoy their weekend. No matter what plans you had, hopefully you was able to get out and enjoy yourself and also stay cool and hydrated. Leonica, baby. Jared, what's going on, my guy? Hopefully you all was able to get out, enjoy yourselves, and try to make the best of the weekend. I know it's been unbearably humid and it's been hot in certain instances, but make sure y'all staying hydrated and cool. And for those that might have specific issues, especially being out in too much sun and too much heat, just make sure you keep a cool towel or cool anything wrapped around you. You know, Cowboy, what's going on, my guy? Not gonna lie, it's hotter than the snack box in the chicken spot right now, and we ain't even reached 85 yet. So yeah, we know the humidity definitely plays a role in it. So y'all just make sure y'all keeping yourselves together. And, you know, just try to enjoy the summer and enjoy whatever events you might be getting into. Appreciate everybody that tuned in Wednesday for the conversation. Definitely was a great one. Um, definitely had some good vibes on the convo. For those that missed it, you definitely catch the replay. Yeah, man, it's supposed to be reaching a high of 80 something today in the city. But the rest of this week, shoot. After today, I could see we gonna be in the 90s until probably sometime next week. So yeah, for those in the city, make sure y'all keeping spare water, Gatorades, whatever that's gonna keep you from melting outside. Or for some people, I know some people ain't been getting out until the sun goes down. If that's the way it's been helping you, hey, do it. Shoot, I know the rest of this week I ain't gonna be coming out unless I gotta go to work or unless I gotta come outside. But it's gonna be late when I come out. Shoot, there's this humidity and the sun, and also for those who need it, make sure you wearing a bunch of sunscreen, sunblock, whatever, because these UVs have definitely been up high. Anything past 8, you know it's a problem. So definitely make sure you're keeping yourselves together. Um, and just try to enjoy the rest of your summer the way you're supposed to. I want to say condolences and prayers to those who have lost family in that flooding situation in Texas. I meant to bring that up the other day, but I didn't want to bring it up because the numbers that they had wasn't accurate. I know now they said it's over 100 that have passed away in that situation. And again, healing prayers and condolences to those families right there because it's never easy to deal with, especially when it comes down to a close family. You know, you want to try to make sure they're good at all costs. Um, and prayers to anybody who might be going through these situations because yeah, some of these areas are going to be getting some crazy storms. And like I try to tell some people, you can replace certain objects, you can't replace your life. So if you got to evacuate or do whatever is necessary, make sure you're doing so. You know, because again, you can replace documents and things along those natures. You can't replace life. You know, I know some people are willing to stand on their property or even take their last breaths on their property, but when you know you have to evacuate, please make sure you're doing so. Don't just think about yourself, think about your family. You know, think about the loved ones that would be lost or be hurt behind it. Um, I want to kind of reiterate on the topic I was talking about last Sunday, which was basically about black excellence. Um, and again, it's things that things that we overlooking, but we should never overlook when it comes down to achieving that excellent status. You're gonna have some situations where things are definitely gonna look like it's against you, but in all actuality, that should be your fuel and motivation. Um, some things might not look up the way it's supposed to, but in the same token, you're gonna have days like that. Not everything is perfect, but again, you gotta work hard. You gotta definitely work hard, and you gotta continue to keep your spirits high, keep your faith strong too, because without either one of those, you don't really have much of nothing. And I think that's important. The most important part again is just keeping yourself humble, keeping yourself strong. No matter what it is you are trying to succeed at in life, you will succeed. You know, and I think that's important again to pass that aspect along. Like keep encouraging and keep influencing the right people, um, especially those who are feeling like they doing things for nothing. Um, to be honest with you, you're always going to do something that resonates with you. Um, Black excellence, again, it starts from within the home, but it also starts with you and what you plan on doing with your life. And how do you plan on getting to that excellent stage in life? Um, Again, that's solely up to you. Um, we have black excellence when it comes down to restaurants, and I'm gonna get to that. Serious, baby. We got some excellent chefs, world-renowned chefs. And you want to know what? Some of them chefs, they literally have come home from prison, didn't have nothing really to stand on, but guess what? They turned around and they built something. Just Jay, baby. I think that's important. Again, to show that excellence really begins with you. Like I said, we got some chefs who are world renowned, but had a terrible background before that. Some of them had been in and out of prison, or some had did long stints, and then came home and decided to change for good. And you want to know why? Because again, they looked at some of the things that are happening now. They realized that the more time you waste in going back and forth to jail, you know, you could be exploring so many different options, and you could definitely be, you know, a voice of change. I've seen one or two content creators. I can't remember their names off the bat, but I'm not gonna lie to you. They've been doing a lot of content, but they've proven it. They come home from jail, get certain applications in order as far as licenses and things along those natures, and then start off something on their own. Start off their own little food businesses. I seen one that's doing the food truck. There's nothing wrong with doing that. It's a start. It's getting you somewhere. You'll get the recognition, and as long as you stay consistent and don't let nothing knock you down, shoot, you good to go. And that's the one thing to remember. In order to achieve that excellence, yeah, you're gonna go through some stripes. You're gonna go through some ups and downs. But the goal is to overcome those obstacles and still try to make things work. And I think that's important. I hear you, just Jay. Don't be editing nobody's social security cards. I'm gonna be watching you, sis. I'm watching your ass. Nah, but you just gotta remember, you know, you're gonna go through a little ups and downs, trials and tribulations, but it's all about how you bounce back, and it's all about how you just continue the momentum. And that's the thing, having momentum when needed is good. And that's the most important thing. If a person could come home from jail after doing 10 years and actually push themselves to greater limits, you know, that's a good thing. That just goes to show you that this person was determined to make something better out of their lives. And that's the most important thing about Black excellence. You're making critical strides and critical steps for your life to be a little better. You know, once you get to that golden spot, you can take a little chill pill and relax. And that's the thing. You know, you do what works for you. But as long as you got the main support and you got a good support system, like I said, anything can be achieved. Like I said, never mind the people who don't want to see you elevate because they ain't elevating themselves. You got to just keep moving forward, even if you have to put distance to that point right there. Is needed because again, this is about your character building. This is about your life. This is about your expectancy and what you plan on doing. You know, some people fail to realize that until they really get a support system. So, oh no, you get on my nerve, man. Hold on one second. Hold on. Sophia too, baby. I don't like you like that. Get the hell up out of here, son. As soon as you get paid, I want my money, son. Hello? Your boy had job. What's going on though? But I'm saying that's the most important thing too. Just remember that. You know, things might not be picking up for you the way you want it to right now, but in the same token, it will. It's a process of getting there though. You can't make no shortcuts. Definitely can't take none in life. Those shortcuts a lot of times lead to early dismissal or downfall. So you just got to remember again, you know, never worry about never worry about negative aspects. Never worry about what people may think about you or how they feel about you, especially if it's not in a positive set. You know, the most important thing to remember overall is just, you're doing something that you feel is conducive to your life. You know, so just keep elevating. Keep pushing yourself forward no matter what. You know, and sometimes, yes, you do have to take a step back, sit down, reevaluate some things. But in the long run, um, never quit and never say that, oh, it's not going to happen because you're not sure about that. You know, He's Dad, what's going on, my guy? For those that just tuned in, y'all make sure you hit that like button. But never let negative aspects or negative thoughts, shoot, even negative comments, stop you from building and growing. Thing is, some people are going to like you, some people are going to hate you, some people don't know you, but they will get to know you once they see what it is. And once they see consistency, a lot of people, they gravitate towards that. Like prime example, you could be doing a simple thing like doing a school drive, prime example. Some people are going to love it, some people are going to hate it. Some people probably just go and be lost in the sauce, but once they see you're consistent about what you're doing, yeah, they definitely going to start, you know, supporting more. They definitely going to start trying to be more involved, and that's the most important thing. And I think that's the problem now. We don't give enough positive influence when we should be. We quick to downplay somebody because they doing something, but How can you downplay somebody when you're not making the strides of the effort yourself? You know, like how can I get mad at somebody who's getting getting to a place in their life where they feel they're going to be comfortable? Can't. Most you can do is congratulate those people. You know, and black excellence is not just a phrase; it's a mindset. You know, the most important mindset. Just getting yourself out there. No matter what you decide to do, as long as you're happy and as long as it's bringing you the best of the best, you know, keep doing it. And that's what we got to try to encourage as far as for the younger folks that are coming behind us. Got to encourage them and let them know that no matter what's going on in life, no matter where they come from, they always have an opportunity and an option to make something better or do something better. And I think once we get to that point of thinking, trust me, when I say black excellence will be at an all-time high again, it will. And I think that's important and it's critical. You know, One thing to remember is that you always got to be critical when it comes to thinking. And definitely got to be critical when it comes to certain decisions that you make. Like prime example, if you run a business, if you see that certain things of the business is slacking off or starting to lose certain things, you might have to make a general decision on getting rid of certain situations. Now, if those certain situations are going to boost back up the morale, or if it's just going to bring back where it once was, it's going to bring back the legitimacy of everything, then hey, you got to make those decisions. Like some people hate to be in that role of I might have to fire this person or I might have to whatever, but if person is not doing what they're supposed to be doing, if they not living up to their expectations, you got to remember those are decisions you have to make because in the long run, it's your business. And you definitely don't want to take the short end or end up falling down the wrong road. So, you know, you have to make executive decisions when needed. I think that's going to definitely play a part for some people. It might be hard to make decisions, but when it comes to your betterment, that decision should never be a hard choice. Same thing I was saying about, toxic behavior and just being around overall toxic situations. You gotta eliminate that. Because if it's not meaning you no good, if it's not benefiting you, if it's not making anything better, you don't need it. Sassy baby. You know, and that's the thing for those who, prime example, I'm gonna say a form of excellence is coming from some of the content creators that are on this app and any other app they use. You know, again, black excellence. Just doing what's needed, doing what's necessary, and not paying attention to that noise, basically. You got some people who will try to take you out of your calm, zen, or your element. You never allow that. You know. BMF, what's going on, my guy? No doubt, man. Be safe out there and have a great time with the family. Anybody that's doing any traveling outside the state, again, just make sure you're keeping yourself overall safe. Be aware of your surroundings and just try to enjoy everything. Keep living life. Keep doing what's necessary. You know, some people don't get that opportunity and might not ever get that opportunity. You know, but like I said, um, I've seen some people who are doing great things as far as content creation, or seen some great people who have been supporters. You're gonna have those who feel like they might try to jump into that content space. The only thing I'm gonna tell you is that if you do decide to get into the content space and everything, just know what you're bringing. You know, make sure that whatever you're bringing as far as content is conducive. Make sure that the people could get around to it as far as coming to support you, coming to do everything that is possible. But make sure that what you're doing is strictly from the heart and from the soul. Don't just get up here and do something because you've seen somebody else doing it. Do it because you feel that's something you want to do. Do it because you feel that's something you need to do. And if it works for you, it works for you. For others, it's not going to work. Cousin, what's going on, my guy? What's going on, son? Yeah, don't worry, you still modded up, son. I ain't take your wrench. But yeah, when you doing anything as far as content is concerned, again, it gotta come from the spirit. You gotta do it because you like to do it. You gotta do it because you feel that's what you need to do. Don't do something just because you see somebody doing it, or don't think you just gonna get up and do something because you think it's easy. Being a content creator is not an easy. It's not an easy thing, you know, because you gotta think about it. You're living your actual life outside of social media. Some of y'all working, dealing with families, you know, so it's a lot to take in. And then you got to remember too, you know, you can't burn yourself out neither. That's why it's good to sometimes take that break when it's needed, you know, get recharged, get refreshed, and then you come back, you know. And some people understand that, whether they got kids or not. Some people understand that. That's the part of the game. You know, you hustle, you grind, you do what you got to do. But when you have to take those steps back, you take those steps back. Oh man, my banner ain't up. Thank you, serious. I thought I had it up already. My bad. I gotta turn on my screensaver. I can't see nothing. Nothing. And that's the thing. When you are doing what's needed, and you are following a process and following the steps, things will get easy. Things will definitely pan out the way it should pan out. And if it doesn't, that means you just gotta go back to the drawing board. But yeah, be safe out there, BMF. Anybody on the roads, I don't care where you traveling at, be safe on the roads because some of these people really don't know how to drive. And some of these people are still actually playing around on their devices and things along those natures. Like, can't play around like that. You know, can't play behind the wheel, especially again, with tons of steel. But yeah, excellence starts from within you. What do you see yourself doing? How do you envision yourself doing it? And then how do you take the necessary steps to get there? You know, for some people, it'll be an easy 1, 2, 3 step, and they right where they need to be at. For others, you don't have to take more than 3 steps. You don't have to take more than 5. You know, like I said, it depends on the person and it depends on the nature of whatever. You know, but like I said, we've seen some black excellence coming from all cylinders. We have some great content creators who sticking to the basics. They doing what's necessary, not involving themselves in too much drama. And even when they have to do whatever, they gonna do the necessary step. I'm just gonna address this, and then from there I'm going. There's no back and forth, especially when you're trying to do something and you're trying to build your brand and create the product that you're supposed to be creating. See, again, content creation is not easy, but it's not hard neither. Again, you just gotta know what you're here for, and allow nobody, and I mean, don't allow nobody to try to take you out of the element or try to push you away from that. Um, Shout outs to Kalani. I know he changed his name up. I know he got another page or whatever. I see he had popped up last night for a little live stream. Um, I know he been trying to do a lot of different things and just trying to figure things out, especially since the passing of our friend Papa Will. But Papa Will would not want any one of us content creators, especially the ones that he came across and the ones that he grown to love, to just stop. You know, that's the one thing. No matter what happens in life, you can't stop what you do, especially if it's something positive. You just got to keep the ball rolling. Yes, you have to say your prayers. You have to try to lift your spirits, but you can't stop whatever it is you do. You know, you got to always be on a continuous pace no matter what. The goal is to get to that point of excellence. And how can you get there if you decide to quit early or if you just stop in your motion? You got to remember, it is your life. You know, and life is going to continue to keep going even when people pass on. But those main people too wouldn't want you just stopping stopping the joys of life. They wouldn't want you to stop doing anything. They would want you to continue to keep running, keep pushing forward. You know? In my opinion, Papa Will was a form of black excellence because no matter what the situation was, he was determined on trying to educate and also just, you know, build and grow and have fun with the people. You know, there's a lot of people like that. Like I said, there's a lot of content creators who I feel, in my opinion, are on the way, or if not already there, as far as black excellence is concerned. You know, they ain't trying to rock no boats and they ain't trying to do nothing they don't need to do. You know, they just bring the content like they supposed to. You know, they interact with the people and they also try to incorporate certain things. You know, I think that's important. You know, just to remember that, you know, life doesn't stop just because of certain situations. You know, you got to keep pushing yourself for greater. Nothing wrong with that. Appreciate you for dropping those links, serious baby. Working hard in this damn heat outside, baby. But yeah, you know, you just got to remember it's critical to always keep some form of positive thinking, even when things ain't looking too positive. I've had my days when I just wanted to not even get up and not do nothing, but I had to remember, you know, I got people who are watching me that, you know, they wouldn't want that. So that's my motivation a lot of times, just getting up, realizing that even the people that are not here, the ones that I would love to see or love to kick it with, hey, they still here in spirit and they still watching, they still making sure everything is everything. So that's important. You gotta have motivation no matter what it is in life, you know. So, you know, that's a form of black excellence. It's just keeping yourself motivated and keeping your spirits high even when things ain't looking as best. You know, but you gotta remember sometimes that just be a test to see where you at mentally and spiritually. You know, and if you're not on the up and up, sometimes things are not gonna go the way you think it should go. But when you keep yourself on a higher level of thinking, you manage to get a lot of things done. You know, like I said, some people fail to realize, you know, excellence can definitely set the tone and set everything right for you. You just got to be willing to do it. You know, at first, like how they say, there's no days off. See, with me, that's a phrase I've been using forever. I don't take no days off. But when I do take them off, those is for the days when I need to just recharge. I need to just get myself back right. But other than that, there ain't no days off when it comes down to doing what I'm doing. Harry, what's going on, my guy? I think that's an important thing to remember. When you have high spirit, plus you got great support system, great friends and family who want to see you doing well and always have your best interest at heart. Those is key elements towards building, not just building how you are going to be as far as character and everything is concerned, but just it's good because again, when you get to your set place in life, those same people are still going to be there. And that's the thing. Maintaining good friendships, good business relationships, those things are important as well too, especially on the way to black excellence. You know, like I said, we got a lot of world-renowned chefs who have shown excellence in their art. We've got well, well-renowned writers, authors who to this day are still giving us classic books or giving us classic things to read, even trying to give us little TV series and things along those lines. So again, no matter what it is you're trying to do in life, no matter what it is you're trying to build, you can't allow nobody to knock you off that course of thinking and that course of positivity. You keep writing, you keep doing what you need to do. You got some people who are world renowned only because again they didn't give up, they didn't quit. When one thing didn't go their way, guess what? They kept doing whatever. They pitched their ideas, they moved around, networking. That's another way that black excellence will be back on that higher up. Some people just got to get out their circumference and network. You know, where some people would try to tell you, oh, you should only stay within this group. Others are going to look at that and say, if that's the case, then I'm only going to be but so high up. If I want to be high up or if I want to get to a golden place, I got a network. And for those who are doing content creation, I don't care what sector you from, I don't care where you come from at all. You got to make sure that you are always networking around. But also remember, when you network, you have to also do your due diligence and show that support back. Because yeah, you will have some people who will come through. You gonna have some people who definitely, you know, do the best as far as supporting is concerned. Even down to the simplest things like sharing people out. That counts as support. D baby. And I think that's where some people mess up at. You know, you can't just make rounds because you feel you gotta make rounds. No, you do that because you know for a fact, if those people are genuinely supporting you, it's only right that you support them back. I'm not gonna lie, it's impossible to support everybody that supports you, especially if they doing content creation. But you still showing support by at least catching a replay, commenting on the shorts, doing simple things along those natures. It does help for some people. See, like prime example, I ain't gonna be running around doing rounds and doing certain things just to make sure people come to my chat. No, because I'm still gonna be showing that support to those who've been supported. Period. Even from the beginning, when this channel was just barely getting any numbers as far as subs was concerned. Now I'm always going to support those who are genuine, who supported, who hopped on the panel, all of that. Even gave some advice. You know, shout out to my brother Word because he had a banging live last night. Even though we did kind of have some form of a hot mess of an activity going on with one or two people, but it just goes to show again. You know, some people are going to be in their calm zen until somebody says or does something that's not conducive to the program, and then you're going to get checked. Like some people are trying to, some people are trying to promote all the wrong forms of All the wrong forms of things on this app, prime example. Got some people trying to promote fighting and boxing matches. Look here, if you never met a person in real time, you definitely have never broke bread with that person or done anything. That should be the furthest thing from your mind, beefing and going back and forth with somebody. That's just my opinion on it. I can't tell nobody what to do because apparently, when you try to tell somebody something, hey, they know everything. Your best bet a lot of times is just ignore the bullshit. How do you say it? Ignore that. Ignore all those fucking noises. And you focus on something better. You focus on what's important to you. You focus on your brand. You focus on your building. And concentrate on what you can do to improve the brand, what you can do to bring more substance to the brand. And like I said, the more you keep on elevating, the more you'll see the results. You know, like prime example, I'm gonna use this as a prime example. There's some people who might reach 10,000, even 100,000 subs without having to purchase or buy anything. No purchase, no subs, no views, none of that. Some people are going to get there because if they already notable names from other platforms, it's not hard for they following to follow them. You're going to have those who are going to get to a certain point and they're going to get it from the mud. They're going to grind. Like prime example, with me, it never was about the numbers. And it's still not about the numbers. And that's the thing. It's just about being consistent. And it's all about who's consistently showing love and support. That's the most important thing. And taking shortcuts to try to get somewhere, it don't look good. Because at some point, hey, you got to answer to some of that. You know? Like prime example, with some of y'all, you trying to get the subs quick, get the hours quick so you could get monetized. But again, you're taking a shortcut. And at some point, you're going to get, you're going to have to answer for all of that. So what's the purpose of taking these shortcuts if it's not getting you nowhere? Nah, you gotta enjoy every moment of the process of building. You gotta remember, you're building something for the better and not for the worse. And I think that's where some people mess up. Well, I could do this and maybe, just maybe, I'll be so under the radar they won't notice. But trust me, they'll notice. When they see certain things just ain't adding up, that's the first thing they're gonna do. And in some instances, they might snatch your channel, or they might just definitely snatch away whatever watch hours or whatever you got. So that's something that some of y'all need to be airy about. Oh, and there's another thing that it seems that people are doing is called botting. I feel like this: if you got a bot to get your numbers, that's a sad look. I'm sorry to say it is a sad look. You know, it's only a sad look because in the long run, like I said, people are going to see things for what it is. And it's just, again, it's the thrill of getting to that process legitimately. That's the most important. I could have brought subs, I could have brought a little bit of everything, but nah, I'd rather get it from the mud up. And like I said, I've been there and done that. I've been to the mountaintop as far as monetization, and I'm back to where I'm at now. But hey, I really didn't care. Like I said, I was doing certain things to prove a point, but also doing certain things for the motivation for some of those people that, like I said, are about to be content creators. So, again, it's about consistency. Sometimes that noise is very loud and the reaction is louder. People need to figure out if they're in it for the money or the love of it. No, that's the truth. You know, because some people are doing things just because it's for the love. They ain't worried about money. They're not worried about this. They're not worried about things that some people would be worried about. They just doing it because they love what they do. They're doing it because it's something that feels good. It's something that's conducive to their life. You know, some people are doing it for the money, but the ones that are doing it for the money, the least the ones that I've seen, they're doing it the legit way. They're not purchasing nothing. They're not doing nothing outside of just grinding and networking. And again, networking doesn't always mean just networking online. You might have people who you bump into outside the streets. Like prime example, there's a couple of people that I know for a fact sub to this channel, and they don't even do YouTube like that. But guess what? They supported me just because they knew I was doing something. And like I said, they work hard jobs. So when they do come on, if they want to listen to something that's conducive, they want to listen to something that's actually meaning something. Like I said, you just gotta know what you in it for. And some people are blurring the lines between reality and social media. Now, yeah, there are some things where if you're upset, getting on for here, guess what? You might be a little upset depending on what the situation is. But you try not to let it affect your real life. You try to just brush it off. You know, and that's the thing. You're supposed to grow organically. You're supposed to get it from the mud, no matter how long it takes. You know, as long as you are getting to your set goal. I knew one or two people who they still getting they still getting legit subs and getting watch time, and they ain't been on here in years. Why? Because again, they put up enough stuff to where the people could resonate with it. It could flow through the algorithm and all that. I gotta find my boy page now, but he ain't been on here in like 3 years. He just makes instrumental beats. That's it. But guess what? He got his subs. He's monetized. You know, and he's still doing whatever, whatever. You know, again, it's all about what you plan on doing and how you plan on executing it. You know, but again, you got to be organic. Definitely make sure that everything is in the right mood, you know, that you're making. And if that's not helping with your mood, then hey, go back to the drawing board and find something. Most of them are in it for the money. They're not growing a prospective champion. They not. They not. But guess what? That's because they planned on doing that from jump. I'm not trying to get my feet dirty. I'm not trying to get my hands dirty. I'm just trying to get an easy, quick fix, and I'm up out of here. But again, shortcuts will only lead to your downfalls. In some instances, you're better off just trying to do everything organically and legit. Because when it's all said and done, you know you're gonna feel better when you're doing so. You know, and some people might get mad about numbers. Like I seen some people used to get upset. Oh, how this person got more than 20 people, 30 people, 40 people in the chat, and I can't even get this. Well, that's because again, in some instances, hey, your time will come when you're gonna get those numbers. Your time will come when you're gonna have people who actually like what you're bringing and like what you're doing. They're gonna start coming to the table. You know, the goal is again just being consistent. Shoot, I can remember at one point there probably be one or two people in here watching when I was growing this channel. I didn't care because I still had something I had to bring regardless. You know, and besides, when it's needed, it's going to be out there regardless. So whether one person or 1,000 people, doesn't matter. The goal is just be consistent on what you're bringing as far as the content. And again, just making sure that everybody can get down with it. That's it. And some people actually are going to support you in the best ways where you least expect it. See, like for those who might be getting a little discouraged because they're not getting the numbers or they're not getting the views, um, you're gonna have days like that. Not every day is gonna be the minute you go live is gonna be everybody waiting in. No, because people have lives too. Some people have things they have to take care of. So you got to remember that part too. You got some people who they got things to take care of. So if they can't catch your lives, hey, as long as they catching the replay or as long as they supporting you still in any way, shape, or form, you good money. And that's the thing though. Never get discouraged when the numbers don't look right. You're gonna have days like that. Again, it's more just about building what you can build on here because we've had forms of black excellence as far as content creation is concerned too. You know, and these people stuck to their guns. They stood on their principles. They didn't allow nothing to stop them, and they didn't allow nothing to get them discouraged. So once you get to that point of thinking, once you get to that critical access of things, trust me, things will definitely turn out right for you. Again, it's all about what you decide to do and how you decide to do it. Like I said, black excellence is not just a phrase, it's a mindset. But it's also a way of life for some people because again, some people are always doing everything they can to again reach that goal. As long as you're not compromising yourself, you're not compromising your integrity, anything along those lines, you could pretty much get anything done. And as long as you're not aligning yourself with people who you shouldn't align yourself with, that's another thing that's going to keep you afloat. Like some people, they not where they should be at or feel they should be at because you're still maintaining relationships with people that for a fact ain't good all around the board. Like there's some people who will try to get upset. Well, because I'm hanging with this one, or because I'm keeping I'm keeping ties with this one and yada yada. Yeah, but if these people ain't good on paper, especially if these are things that could affect your business, why are you still supporting it? Why are you still allowing it to be a thing? Like prime example, if somebody is a predator and they on papers, I don't care if it's a male or a female. That's something you can't have around your business, especially when you're grown. Because again, that just makes you look bad. That makes you just as guilty. Again, it's just some things you gotta learn to not align yourself with and watch everything unfold and take place the way it's supposed to. But again, it's critical now that start using your thinking caps when it comes to anything you're trying to do. That's what you have a brain for. The most powerful tool in your body is that brain. You know, because without thoughts, without process, without anything along those lines, even reflection, you'll never be able to get into a better space. Boosie, what's going on, my guy? But that's the thing. Just having a positive mindset all around the board, even when things ain't looking up. And again, just making sure you are aligning yourself with the right type of people who actually not just support you, but actually want to see your goals and see your visions come true. You know, like I said, even for those prime example, we got some black excellence when it comes to anything that we shape, even down to fashion. We got some world renowned, fashion designers who are paving the way for people younger than them to step foot into. Even people that's already of a certain age to step into. Again, it's just about how you maneuver. BDBGP, my God. But I think that's important. And like even down to this content creation. Yes, we have some very excellent content creators. Males and females who, hey, they do their damn thing. Whether they monetize or not, they do their damn thing. They got the people that's always going to support them. They got the people who are always riding with them. And that's an important build, because now when these people decide they're going to start doing a little bit more or start, using more resources to get certain things done, hey, they ain't got to worry about nobody flaking out on them or changing their mind last minute, so on and so forth. You know, you have to set a realistic goal. Exactly. Don't exceed the expectations that you can't do. Exactly. Like prime example, if you know you could do but so much, you know, yeah, you push yourself to certain limits, but don't overdo it to where you crash out or burn out. You know, like that's just like I was just saying earlier. There's some people who just know when to take that step back and recharge because content creation is not as easy as some people might think. And I'm saying that to those who might think about doing content creation. Whether you are a regular supporter of content creators or you just deciding that's just the space you want to get into, you never let certain things knock you off your pivot. You know, you gotta always have a game plan no matter what. You can't just go into a space with no plan, no nothing, because it's not gonna work. You know, you might be able to wing it for a little bit, but when it's all said and done, you gotta be more consistent. Like for some, again, just know what kind of content you want to bring. And, no matter what you decide to do, just do it from the ground up. Build legitimately. The main thing is trying to get your subs, right? So how you think you're gonna get it? If you're not networking, if you're not letting the people know that this is what you're trying to do, you gotta get out there and do something, you know. See, like with me, prime example, I came on this app out of nowhere. I know a lot of people was just like, now where this dude came from and what this person is about and so on and so forth. To be honest, it's the same shit I was doing on Facebook. It's the same shit I was doing whenever I went live. It didn't matter. You was gonna get a live, even if it wasn't every day. You was gonna get something that make you think. You was gonna get a conversation that actually brings awareness on all levels. I think that's important. No matter where you started from or how you started your content creation, continue to keep being consistent. See, with me, consistency is not hard because it's not hard to sit down and have a conversation with the people. It's the same shit I would be doing outside right now, having a convo with the people, chopping it up, chilling. You know, because yeah, we're gonna have our fun and games, but we also gonna have conversations where we gotta start using our thinking caps. We're gonna definitely, bring a conversation that gonna you know, spark everybody's mind. That's the thing. When you could reach the mind and reach the hearts of the people, you pretty much in there. The one thing to remember too while you're doing this content creation is stick to your guns. You know, never let nobody say or do anything that you feel is going to be hurtful or even impactful. And in some instances, the things that people think is impactful, it ain't impactful. You know, if anything, that's just fuel and motivation to keep going further. You know, I've had some people say some negative shit about me on here. Could care less because you don't know me personally. And to be quite honest, that shit means nothing. Even if you knew me personally, you wouldn't even say half of the shit you would say because, again, it's not where I'm coming from. You know, so if you think I was just a regular whatever, shoot, better think again. See, where some people say pick and choose battles, I don't pick and choose shit. If it comes this way, it comes this way. I know how to handle it, and I know how to move from it. It's just that simple. And that's what some people gotta do too. Like I said, be damned if I'm going to battle with anybody, especially when I don't know you. And I be damned if I'm going to waste my time and energy and my good spirits on shit that ain't necessary. Period. And that's what a lot of y'all got to start getting back into. Not allowing the nonsense and allowing that noise to put you in a conflict. You have to do your research and find out what position you want to hold on here. Consistency is the key. The trial and error, don't give up. It's the truth. But that's the thing about life, period. You're going to get trial and error in life. Because not everything is going to go the way you think it's going to go the first time around. Like, prime example, if you do decide to run a food business and you get you a food truck, you know, it's not a guarantee that everything is going to pop off the way it's supposed to that first week. You know, because if you're not, you know, if you're not doing the right things like promotions and, you know, not really putting yourself out there, not networking with the right people, some people won't even know that you own a business or that you got something. But when you put yourself out there, when you know how to do things, and again, when you're doing it from the heart, again, at some point, you know, things will turn out for you. The goal is consistency and never quit. Just like prime example for those who are losing weight or for those who are trying to lose weight. It's not an easy step, but it's not a hard one either. You just gotta be consistent. You gotta know what your goal is, and then from there you try to reach your goal. You know, and some people will reach their goals in record times. Some are gonna take their time getting there. See, the ones who are taking their time getting there, hey, they're learning a lot of different things along the way. And you know, those things are definitely impactful. You know, like prime example, you can't get into fashion and say you want to create this or you want to do this, and you don't have not a near lick of knowledge of where to start. You know, and even if you think you know where to start, if you don't have no type of knowledge or no type of anything or experience in doing these things, it's gonna fall flat. But when you got the right type of, you know, support system and the right team, and you got people who can add to that situation, hey, you're gonna be good to go. You know, but again, it all depends on how you driving that vehicle of life. If you're gonna be reckless, expect a whole bunch of car crashes, expect a whole bunch of damages to be done. Shoot, expect your car to not be a car no more. But if you do the necessary steps, follow the protocols, and again, don't get thrown off track, you'll get there. You know, you'll get to your destination smooth. You know, and that's the most important thing. You want to get there safe as possible. Even though we know sometimes it ain't always safe because you're gonna have to deal with some form of idiocracy, but hey, You make sure that you keep yourself focused. You make sure you don't lose control of that vehicle, and watch things happen. You're gonna get to your destination on time, but you're also gonna make sure while you're doing so, you're looking at all the different, you know, the different views and the different sceneries, and that's important. You know, as much as we want to try to rush things, when you try to rush things, it never ends up panning out as successfully as you thought it would. So, again, take your time, take your time, and also just keep expanding. You know, not just expanding your thoughts, but just expand everything. Expand all of all of your consistencies. Expand and explore every option that's given to you and that's available, especially if it's going to help. You know, the one thing again to remember is that you only have this life here in this shell of a body. Again, life is not over when you leave this earth, but in the same token, you want to try to build as much as possible and create as much as possible. And in order to do so, you can't just sit back. You can't just sit back and wait for opportunities to fall in your lap. No, you got to get out there and go get it. That's just like a hustler. A hustler is not just going to sit on their ass. I'm sorry to use them even as an example, but hey, a hustler not just going to sit on his ass when they know it's money to be made. A hustler going to find any way to get out there and make something happen. A true hustler will always find a way to do something that's conducive. And I've seen some legit hustlers. I'm going to get out early. I'm going to go do this. I'm going to make sure I got enough of this and I'm good. Like, prime example, I just watched a whole bunch of little kids when I was coming off that beat. I just watched a whole bunch of kids, put their money together to go get some cases of water and something else. Because, again, it's a hustle. And they doing it legitly. They not out here trying to rob, kill, or steal. No, they rather earn, earn the legit way. And, and that's the most important thing. Again, getting that message even down to the younger generation that you don't necessarily have to do these things just to achieve excellence or just to get somewhere in life. You know, you could take the simplest things you're given and make something happen. But again, it's solely up to you. Now, how much you want to bet? Now, they done put their money together to go get some waters and some whatevers. How much you want to bet they going to definitely make some money today? Or they going to try to hold that down for the week? And that's the most important thing. They not out here scamming nobody. They ain't out here pulling stick up kid moves and none of that. They out here trying to learn the value of a dollar and earn it the best way they could possibly earn it. And that's what we got to start teaching again. Teaching the value of a dollar and how to scrap up and save up and do what's necessary. You know, we've all had a point in our lives where our parents wasn't trying to do nothing for us, and it wasn't because they was mean. No, they was trying to show us that some things are going to be expensive, some things you're not going to be able to get off the rip, and if this is something that you actually want, you have to figure out a way to get it. Have from the beginning a plan. Come in the middle of your goal thinking it's going to work. Set up a blueprint, be your own architect. Anyway, exactly. You know, you got some people who will try to tell you, oh, you should do this and you should do that. No, you should do what's conducive to you. You should do what works for you, not do what works for everybody else, because what might work for somebody else, it ain't going to work for you. Don't tell people what your next move will be. Strategically work through your own trail. That's why I lie. Exactly. It's the truth. Some people allow people to, yeah, well, yo, I plan on doing this and I plan on doing that. And then when it's all said and done, it don't work out the way it should work out. And even if you are going to announce certain things, just make an announcement and that's it. Don't give a detail or uh, play by play of what you're doing and how you're trying to do it. But just let the people know this is what I'm doing. And that's the thing. It's the truth. They trying to teach you how to survive. They trying to teach you how to get things going even when things ain't looking the best. Like prime example, who knows if those kids are actually coming from situations where they not getting all of what they should get. But this is a way for them to, help out with that situation. This is a way for them to learn the value of a dollar and learn what's important and what's not important, you know? And this might give them that opportunity and space to say, when I get a certain age, when I'm old enough to able to work, get working papers, things along those lines, I know what to expect. I know what comes with it, and I'll be ready and willing to do what's necessary. You know, I think that's important, though. Again, just having a blueprint, having the best plan imaginable, and just sticking to it. Once you get to that point of elevation, trust me, there's nothing that you can't do. And again, the excellence that I speak about, it does start from home. What do you teach your young ones, and how they going to receive it, and also how do they plan on getting where they need to get to without always having to need outside help. It's just teaching them how to survive, but also teaching them how to thrive no matter what the market, no matter what the plan is, just thriving and succeeding, you know? Critical though. Got to get back to that form again of critical thinking. Don't let or allow people to think for you. Think for yourself. And again, what works for you, let it continue to work for you. Don't allow nobody to take you out that comfort in that space of consistently growing. But not gonna lie to you, today I just felt like I needed to give that portion out again. Because again, black excellence is not over. To some people, it might be fading in the wind, but it'll make its way back to higher levels. But again, it's just about what's being taught, and what's also being received in the best light. You'll figure it out. Your your road to excellence, again, it starts with you and only you. So for those who need to hear it, even if you in a state right now where you're not sure which way is left and right, or you're not sure what to expect out of life, you'll never know if you just sit back and don't do nothing. Get out there, seize the day, seize the moment, do what's necessary for your build, do what's necessary for your character, and again, never let nobody stop what you're built. But yeah, I'm gonna leave this conversation kind of short. Give me 1 second. I'll drop this link in case anybody want to chime in. I know it's some people busy right now. I know some people got kids in summer school. I know some of y'all doing the family vacation things and all of that. So, but conversations like this, I'm gonna continue to have because again, it's just about sparking the ideas and sparking the minds of the people. Other than that, there's nothing wrong with having some good, healthy conversations because these conversations do lead to something. You know, most I want to see is just my melanated folks start getting back to that field of greatness and excellence. And I'm giving my kudos and giving my hand claps to those who have actually done that. You know, took in the strides they need to take in order to get to where they need to get and never quit. You are the pillar of what determination and strength is. We need to start building that strength and confidence back up into these young folks because again, what they seeing right now is what they trying to imitate. But if they see that only thing these grown-ups are trying to do, and not saying all, but if they seeing that some of these grown-ups are only doing certain things, that's exactly what they're gonna end up trying to do. Prime example, if you know a person is just hustling, never worked a day in their life, never did nothing, what you think some of these people are gonna emulate? What you think they're gonna imitate? They're gonna imitate what they see. But cycles can be broken. Again, if people just wisen up and wake up. When people are trying to help you the best way they possibly can, accept it for what it is. You know, don't look at it as a step down or don't look at it as anything. Just look at it as, again, somebody trying to help you find your way without them actually being in the way of things. It's important. It's important to try to at least keep that positive mindset going, no matter what. And for those who are thinking about doing content creation, again, bring what's necessary. Actually have a plan, a blueprint, and you do what's necessary. Everything else will follow suit. But if you just come on and you just think that it's just going to be an easy cakewalk, good luck to that one. Because you'll see how many people actually didn't make it. And that's exactly because they didn't follow the blueprint. They just came on thinking they could just wing it and thinking that winging it is going to work forever. It ain't. But I'll be back with this conversation. Definitely was another good topic. Oh, and again, for those who might be in those areas where these storms are getting out of control, please make sure that you and your family are safe no matter what during these storm seasons. And if you have to evacuate, please do so. Your life is more important than property. Always remember that. Safety before anything. I ain't gonna hold y'all too much longer. I do owe y'all something. And I do plan on giving that to you. Uh, I had to be a fool with it in the afternoon, so I am. I'm about to be a fool with it. Give me 1 second, y'all. 1 second. We gonna definitely have a good, probably have a little vibe real quick before I get up out of here. But shout outs to King of the Pill for this song right here.
Shit is red or blue. I told all the hots to eat shit and get cancer too. Bobby got that cell phone stick. You better answer, dude. My wife got a body on that bitch and she can answer too. Hey, what they talking about? Fucking money spread. I cannot hold it. It's a large amount. Bobby got his purse, but he dropped it and the purse fell out. Hit his head. Told him it's some shit he should have thought about. King of the hill, I'm selling propane. Me and gang, Bobby in the mirror. We ran a salt train. Me and speed. I'm a ship the gear. He's swerving both lanes. I told this bitch she hot and tossed her down. She called it. Boy, right. Riding with a shotgun, Billy on the right. Staying on it and waiting, staying up at night. I'm just ain't been waiting. I had to say goodnight to glasses on, told him pick a pill, said it's red or blue. I told all the ops to eat shit and get cancer too. Bobby got that cell phone stick. You better answer.
Chicago, baby.
bitches. She a dancer too. This big hands. What they talking about? Fucking money spread out. Cannot load it. It's a large amount. Money on his purse, but he dropped it and the purse fell out. Hit his head. Told him it's some shit he should have thought about it. Nice to meet, not the Hebrew, Con and old head. I ain't talking about Ebro. I've done so much shit that I'm gonna catch my ass for Rico. We fighting over turf, smoking green. Zero. Yeah, baby, I'm a boss man, keeping D-Lo. The way these kids fucking with the sound, I'm a pedo. The off the steam up and went down like a seesaw. Damn, jumped in for this habit. Bingo! Boy, right. Right with a shotgun. Billy on the right. Dale in between.
That's that new heat right there. You don't know about this?
You better answer, dude. I've got a body on that bitch. She a dancer too. What they talking about? Fucking money spread out. Cannot load it.
This shit is funny though. I gotta go back. I'm sorry, y'all. That shit was funny. For a 2-minute rap song, that shit was funny. Yeah, shout out to King of the Hill for that one. One more again, y'all. One more again.
Shit is red or blue. I told all the hops to eat shit and get cancer too. Bobby got that cell phone stick. You better answer, dude. My wife got a body on that bitch. She a dancer too. What they talking about? Fucking money spread out. Cannot load it. It's a large amount. Bobby got his purse and he dropped it and the purse fell out. Hit his head. Told him it's some shit he should have thought about. King of the Hill and selling cocaine. Mid game. While me in the mirror. We ran a soul train. Dig was speeding. I'm a ship to Geary. Swimming both lanes. I told this bitch she hot and sold her down. She told her.
No boy, right?
Staying up at night. I'm just saying good night. I had to say good night. So, watch the home, told him pick a pill. Shit is red or blue. I told all the hops to eat shit and get cancer too. Bobby got that cell phone stick. You better answer, dude. My wife got a body on that bitch. She a dancer too. What they talking about? Fucking money spread. I cannot load it. It's a large amount. Bobby got his purse, but he dropped it and the purse fell out.
Naomi, baby.
Hey, to me, not the Hebrew, Con and old head. I ain't talking about Ebro. I've done so much shit that I'm gonna catch my ass for Rico. We fighting over turf, smoking green. Zero. Yeah, baby, I'm a boss man, keeping D-Lo. The way these kids fucking with the sound, I'm a pedo. The off the steam up and went down like a seesaw. Dale, jump in for this habit. Bingo! Boy, right. Right with a shotgun. Billy on the right. Dale in between. Staying up at night. I'm just saying good night. Had to say good night. So, bless the home, told him take a pill. Shit is red or blue. I told all the hops to eat shit and get cancer too. Bobby got that cell phone stick. You better answer, dude. My wife got a body on that bitch. She a dancer too. This big hank. What they talking about? Fucking money spread out. Cannot load it. It's a large amount. Bobby got his purse. Fell out. Hit his head. Told him it's some shit he should have thought about it.
Yeah, that. There you go. That boy ain't right. That boy ain't right. But yeah, you know. Don't encourage the madness, serious. Don't encourage the madness. Oh, wait, before I get into it, I ain't forget about you. Hold on. What in the heck is the King of the Hill is going on in here? This Big Hank, what you talking about?
I'm on the stage right now, singing your favorite song. You probably know what it be from as they sing along. I say, you look good out no makeup, no lashes, even better when you wake up. I see the look on your face, I see a hiding, I see a look of someone to fuck your house. You wanna ride in the rain, you wanna go out on dates, you want somebody to come bring your power. Someone to talk for hours, watch my back while I sit in the shower. Someone to tell you you're beautiful, someone to tell you you mean it, someone to tell you I love you every day. You know got a reason, someone to bring you peace, someone to help you sleep, someone to pick you up when you're feeling down for the lonely. Somebody who can make it better. Somebody who can make it better. right now. Sing me your favorite song. Can I cry? No where to be found as they sing along. I say, you look good out no makeup, no lashes, even better when you wake up. I see a look on your face, I see you looking for peace. I see you tired of the hurt, tired of the pain, tired of the life where you can't get no sleep. I see you tired of the about it. See you tired of the about it, leaving. You get tired of being so tired. You damn sure ain't even leaving. Nobody who can make it better. Nobody who can open all those gates. Open all those gates. I'm on the stage right now. Singing your favorite song. Can I cry? Nowhere to be found as they sing along. I say, you look good out no makeup, no lashes, even better when you wake up.
Definitely appreciate everybody that's tuning in. For those who might be late to the conversation, you can definitely catch the replay. I ain't done with y'all yet. I ain't done with y'all yet. Apparently, I'm not done with y'all yet.
Started with nothing, now I'm up in meetings for 20 days. I did the Radisson, we tried to cope with the selling fan. I got the drop on my target, my niggas was watching no million man. I'm up in Harlem with all of my diamonds, I'm feeling like Chella Kid. Tell every nigga hating on me in this fucking dick. They locked the fucking bitch. I probably hit me 100 licks. We was running in that crown fit. All I need is a damn bitch to take the product out of town quick. If you never show around this, you got me winning brown chicks. Looking like I stepped in dog shit. Bringing all my niggas on the road with me. I ain't trying to we all rich. Nowadays I gotta call chicks. Force drop with the fog test. Jumping at it like a frog do. Just the blood wax when I walk in. I ain't got time for the talk yet. Y'all remember that's bullshit. Every day a nigga fresh, looking like I said, bang, bang, culture. So I'm driving back to Porsche. You want a bitch, you can't afford it. I'm gonna fucking
See y'all again in the eight.
GG5 in the backwoods. Got the car smelling like horse shit. All of my bitches is gorgeous. DBS is sitting flawless. I'm up to person, I'm nauseous. I got some bitch sitting courtside. 50,000 to my lawyers. The reason I'm sitting in courthouse. Call her. What goes around, hope you got some honor. That's a bitch really honor. She's trying to shake me like a palmer. Eyes on a pretty monster. Staring at me, niggas staring at me. Elvis bring the palmer. Hot someone need a judge. Most of my denim is be a job. Only thing I had to say was job. It was so hard to go get a job. If they didn't get hard, we get it hard. I ain't got nothing for no rap, nigga. Say my name, we gon' get them rough. Got my smoke when the heat off. You got some money, nigga, we can talk. I don't even take a weekend off. Every day feel like a holiday. I'm only fucking with the legendary nigga, so I had to give it a holiday. I need to drop from a block away. You was that nigga, but not the day. I'm used to the change for the fame, but you in the game, know how to play. All gas, no touch brakes. I will push you too much straight. 12 pounds in a Mustang. Your hands never touch weight. Your hands never touch rock. Damn, down on a dust block. It's blown if it's fucked out. Two words, nigga, fucked out. Catch you lacking by the bus stop. Or waiting on your train, ho. Little whites asking about me in the streets. They ain't got the same on. Sagging like they ain't on. Not a dance that I ain't on. There's nothing in my pocket of norm. The state to state with the key I'm talking. I'm so Brooklyn. I like that nigga Chase. I'm so Brooklyn. I did the same thing with my kids. I'm so Brooklyn. I had to say, J.O. hold the line. You ever shut up? You ever shut up? Just shot so you start right. I used to keep a clock to flat. Still keep a shot. You never get asked me what it's at. My brain won't change what you say. I was not good at action. I can show you how to make a stack. I can show you how to make a stack. Got two bodies, what's your stats? You can check with the paperwork. Put me on your head, paperwork. I should have said it first. I told I should have gone first. You gotta hit me first. Before you shoot, you better hit me first. I start to cross the box. Watch you get off some real king of the yards. They all look at that dog. When I move it, it get bored. You get said if I dog shit. The boy who time to go on. I'm so rough. I need a big cake off the work I put it. I'm so rough. We needed opportunities, so we took them. I'm so rough. Popping with the tools at the house when we booked them. I'm so rough.
See you serious, baby. Hey.
But you know I'm not bouncing right back. I'm bad work took bouncing right back. Yeah, back to the wall, yeah, bounces like that. Back against the wall, you gotta bounce it right back. Yeah, when you really do it, don't announce it like that. Y'all said it wrong, you don't even announce it like that. My bitch won't feel like she don't bounce it like that. Like damn, I didn't bounce it, won't bounce it like that. Like that. Still good for my projects, yeah. Still winning, I ain't lose my project. Old town road for my projects. Ride till I can't no more little lives X. Yeah, we're heroes, we're the zeros. Where I come from, they don't hear those, no more widows. We the ones who represent them, not your heroes. We the baby gangsters, not the liberals. They ask, so we don't care if we relax. I'm so good at my nigga. If I say it, it's fast. If I lay it, I fast. If I roll, I bridge. Like every day is Christmas, I got the coldest toys. Hold my boys, 10 toes. Boys, for the biggest comeback from the silver boy. Yeah, I slide out like Polaroid. Yeah, I'm outside with the old boy. Yeah, I tell you when my bitch hold boys. I can move in a room full of boys, boy. Yeah, my body different, I'm a shooter, but I slacked up. My body different, she just can't forget life up. Yeah, it is what it is, still a fight up. I said what I said, ain't no typo. You from New York, which part are you from? I looked at her like, bitch, are you dumb?
Yeah, we still in here, y'all. We still in here. We still in here.
These niggas prayed on my downfall. These niggas prayed on my downfall. I'm Lord 10, bitch, I stood tall. Show these disloyal niggas how to ball. Go get a thermometer for the pot. I need this shit cooked right. Let's keep that water 400 degrees Fahrenheit. You ever been inside a federal courtroom? Nigga, you ever went to trial and fought for your life? Being broke did something to my spirit. Ass niggas deployed me. They act like they couldn't hear me. Look at me not, drunk German engineer. You don't want your baby mama foot. Keep the hoes near me. Kill one. Remember when I used to use your pills? They hit the road, hit the O, and make them big boy sales. Ooh, remember when you had the green things made with back and seals, trying not to have them green things smell fast was on you. What you know about related to money? Y'all don't know nothing. I just used to see them walk to the Tony. I fuck with bitches. My body count over Persian and Tony. Any further questions, you can take that up with the lawyer. My nigga fake with J Money. Right on low project. Show a check you every day before school. I sold a half bro. How you think I wore a best dress with no support? And had them paid lawyers coming in and out of court. Hey, why no? Hey, Theo, ain't it a blessing? We made it out of Kentucky after all that happened. After the pre-trials, after the status, after the impact statements, after the council. Hey, JR, nigga, ain't it a blessing. You made it out the list, and after all that happened, that bitch, nigga, after Michigan State, after Humber with our man's told those the bands they took from us, Troy Road, bitch, with the money loaded, 6 mile, 3 mile, knock your box down, pick her up, knock her back down, pull her tracks out. Yes, I slap girl, yes, I slap dog, yes, I slap mom, yes, I slap a pussy nigga if he act out, man. Yes, I call cases on the road with them killers, bro. Kill me if I snitch. If you snitch, I'm gonna kill you. Spend a lot of time on the yard with them gorillas, stood tall, and I let niggas hold me for being silly. I'm gonna pull back your bitch pussy, get wet for the niggas, cause I do it better, plus I'm doing better than niggas. I'm at home when I'm down there in Lexington, niggas. The king, they gon' drop you in who next to you, niggas. Say a little T in the head of them niggas. You take off on the back and try to rescue them niggas. I can't smash to make sure you get the rest of them niggas. Don't even get the best of you, just get the revenue, niggas. So let me know what you got. Okay, congrats. Speak on spectrum, so if I'm busy, you can manage things. Blade dance needs $60 salary. To hit there and back to the field, I need a challenge. My first offer was 30 years, not a day long. I told the crackers holla at me when they sold me on the road. I'm a feeling. You think I ain't got that glory? Yeah, you right, bro. Take his head off his fucking show. Hear me? Hit the rollie, start with the rollie up. Who was our killer?
What what's going on? What's going on?
Some sickness, whoever feeling hot, that AR got a heat sensor. Saying don't entertain them hungry niggas. I wish I would pay attention to these homeless niggas. They gon' call my phone, I don't wanna do no song with niggas. They tell your bitch to tighten up before I'm on the niggas. I don't know you niggas. Fuck wrong with niggas. Through these white bucks, I can see the whole niggas. Free my nigga Perry, go that way be horn niggas. Shoot the smile off your face, I don't joke with niggas. I can't trust you with that strap if you ain't got nobody. Well, I can't take you on no lick if you ain't round nobody. You ain't no shooter, you can't do that shit without nobody. I came home and had the hoes wetter than collar hard. 30 months ago, niggas ain't think that I was coming home. So I tell them niggas free shit, I've been coming home. Get them to the crib, bust them down, now bitch run alone. This SK and get the second like it's so wrong. Last 2 times, watch this money call. The fans say my name, how like when the oven on. Bitch, I came home to my little brother gone. Niggas say they looking for me, pull up in the study zone. Who said I'm a snitch? You just heard a lot from him. Then check the black and white, that paperwork the one for him. Zero toleration for that nigga, check his life from him. He don't want that pistol play. Okay, I'll take it him. I ain't here from bitches.
You serious, though?
So soon as I'm done, fuck you, put your shoes on. I'm on the wall in 2 steaks, I can't move wrong. The feds trying to build the cakes, I can't move wrong. I want the tall back to back, bitch, I'm 2-0. That nigga Kentucky banned me from marriage. I can't even be in public with my hoodie on. Bitch, you can stick the one over here, they don't know what he on. I know they prayed on my downfall. I already know that. I know they prayed on my downfall. I don't know what to you, bitch, I stood 2 tall niggas. So they just want you niggas how to pull.
I guess the girl was so long. She put it closer. She I stand by the roller. And he came in so pretty. I fell for him. It felt like I know her. I prayed to the angel, but the devil is stronger. I wonder why I'm in here still. Nobody thinks nobody cares. I tried to break free, she wouldn't let me. Say don't waste my time thinking I'm going to heaven. Saw my wrist, she telling me she wouldn't send it.
You know I gotta create a remix for this one. Macaroni and cheese, more gravy, please. See you serious, baby. I see you, eating, baby.
I would go tell every time I read on the plane by the runway, so they greet us. Monday from Sunday to Sunday, I knew I'd be the plus one day.
Your mama smoking drugs.
I'm pretty attention like the clubs. My machine, give me a rush.
I guess the girl was so long. She put me closer. Stick the key in. I stand by the roller. And he came in so pretty. I fell for him. It felt like I know
Top notch, what's going on, my guy? Be a tip in my ride. Only getting hungry. I've been fighting for my life. Trying to smoke what's right. You're the blood. Find some peas and rice.
It felt like I know her. I prayed to the angel, but the devil is stronger. Wondering why I'm in here still. Nobody thinks, nobody cares. I tried to break free, she wouldn't let me. Say don't waste my time thinking I'm going to heaven. Saw my blessing, she telling me she don't understand.
I'm starting today, damn it. I'm starting today. Trying to find my peas and rice.
I never really met nobody who was truly successful that wasn't painful. With a good and a bad. Maybe you want to have. Straight up. DJ Khaled! Start, you gotta feel your way out. They tried to bury me alive, I killed, build my way out.
Frugal, baby.
Some you must stick to the facts and it keep paying out. Life is what you make it. I know I make it for sure and make it some more. I know critics say that galore, it doesn't face me no more. I know some people don't be chasing success at the fight that they say God is yours. My teacher told me God laugh at you when you make plans. The type of wisdom that made us men.
Facts.
I'm trying to thank everybody who helped us along the way. It's
Like
like
trying to name every single member of the Wu-Tang Clan.
yeah, I might skip one or two, but that doesn't mean it wasn't just that as part of the plan. So love goes without saying. Who would have done that DJ that was on 6 to 10 right there on 99 chance? Screaming we the best, would have had all these execs eating right out of his hands. And showed us all the keys to success from doors being slammed. Look, I got it, then Khaled, who back in 2010 convinced Yank Shots to drop my last shit. It's a smash hit. Add Chris to it and it's a classic. That's that rare shit. Yeah, loyalty everlasting. Look, all I know, forever stuck to the code. Only one I changed was 4221 and 90210. Fast forward later, this nigga Khaled, my neighbor. The type of stories that you can't make up. The universe doesn't just work it out, man, it works in our favor. What's happening on earth? Getting everything that you pray for, it leads you to achieve it if you never will. Facts. On the phone with Colin Kaepernick, he like, they not gonna make it easy for us in this game, and they never will. I'm like, that's not just the NFL, bro, that's every field. Look. No restraints, bitch, only strength. That's my wavelength. Surprise, I ain't going insane. Heard more gunshots outside than the doorbell rang and swam with sharks that's too big to fill up tanks. And I'm right here, right now. How could I not give thanks? Feel my pain, I paint these pics. I feel this pain. I miss my dogs. I feel this drink. I pray that all your growing takes turn ghosts to pain. Cause I gotta thank my exes on some thank that shit. And all the old times they gave me new perspectives. Speaking of new, I'm about to ink a new deal down like records. And put anyone on in the city who needs connections. This that Fortune 500, my shit never close. I just bought a mansion and moved in the dungeon. Don't none of y'all want it. Sorry, boys that want us to fuck up just know how they find a place. And I want them to fuck up. My vision is tunnel shut off. And I just gotta give thanks. It's that time. You know
And a big thanks to all of y'all, for real. That's why I had to play this song. Big thanks to y'all for making everything possible. Everybody. Everybody.
You gotta be ready. Give thanks.
Y'all have been the driving force too, so I had to play that song real quick. Y'all I had to.
Yo. Yeah, this body best I have my mind. This body escalate, walk like a hummer. When I say the cats, I throw racks in the dump. Too many hoes that come in out of the dump. We kick out hoes out the hotel like they hot. My bitch bad, she look like a bar. Baby, like in the sky. I don't need a rap, fuck you, just a hot. I be running around, I get paid for this shit. Someone ducked off in LA with your bitch. I just put commercial, I did well, man. From the bill. Serious. I don't even play like that money. Tell me you driving them back in something. Everybody gonna have something to say when I put my shit out kind of ways how you want it. Get busy racking my mom and buy her a Benz. I do not care about the cars. Shooting and noise. She wanna take something all day, but I pick up the put her on pause. I be working all day to not question my loyalty, nigga. If I don't pick up the call, I call a PJ and PJ. With 20 racks in my pockets, I'm at you fall. I get the bucks to go walk, y'all feel like a dad. The chicken home because of whip by the game. A few weeks ago, I went hand to private. It's all the so tired. This nigga, I'm a client. Bad bitch, she wanna put on my chain. Legally, I'm not using the slutty, whatever. I tell her, go jump in that water where she go jump in that tank. Big body bitch, I have all ass. Big body escalate, one like a hummer. When I pay the cash, I throw racks in the dump. Too many hoes that come in by the dump. We kicking hoes out the hotel like they hot. My bitch bad, she look like a bar. Me and baby like foot in the sky. I don't need to rap, so keep this a hobby. I be running around, I get paid for this shit. Somewhere tucked up in that labor bitch. I just put commercial, I did well, man. They go come up on the bed, the bitch. Serious, I don't even think I did money. Tell me you driving them back in something. Everybody gonna have something to say when I put my shit out kind of ways how you want. I can see myself not getting time by the way on the guy in the water. Only way for some with an IG hoe couldn't pay me to love. Say the wrong thing and I'm hanging up on me. Get bang on the girl you arguing with. Gun in my hand when I'm walking my whip. I feel no business, they started that shit. I'm in the business, talking this bitch. That's when you jump in that water with me, guaranteed you don't need a blackjack. I was somewhere getting head when the fight happened. I heard you drop down the cow on back rap. She next like having don't bring no shame when you come up with me. I ain't throwing no knife at shit like a dealership. Make sure you let down your window as soon as you pull up. You gon' see that. Big body bitch, I have my ass. Big body escalate, one like a hummer. When I'm paying cash, I throw rack in the dump. Too many hoes that come in on the dump. We kicking hoes out the hotel like they hot. My bitch bad, she look like a bar. Me and baby like foot in the sky. I don't even rap, so keep this a hot.
Right, so what's going on, my guy? You already know, serious, baby. I had to play that song because again, I gotta give thanks. I gotta give thanks where it's due. Without y'all, there is no me. Without y'all, yeah, it'd be on empty ears. But you know, I gotta be a fool with it real quick. I have to be a fool with it. My bad, y'all.
You say that you need me, but I don't feel needed.
All of y'all are important and always will be important to the build. Even if I can't name you name by name, it don't matter. Y'all know what it is.
Girl, I bet the everything. Cause I can change it all. I can give you everything. So keep me in your mind. And everything is mine. I should do everything. You're exactly what I should want. You're exactly what I should want. I can't begin. So much passion, I bet you so much to be loved. Started going through the day with you. Started going through the night with you.
Breeze, what's going on, my guy? Stop hating on the Jordan, son. Stop hating and get your ass in the dance floor, Breeze. Ain't trying to hear that shit. So watch your mouth when you walk in. Trust me, I'll be on my shit. You better worry about the AIs, nigga. Shit. Oh yeah. Oh yes. Nah, what's going on? Appreciate everybody that's tuning in. Y'all might have missed the convo, but you came back in with some good music. So here, hold this. Yeah, yeah. I see y'all here though. Yeah. You can't take the phone, son. It's still here. Good luck trying to get it though.
Make money, make money. When shit hit the fan, we'll take money. Southside. We put the test it up, shot at the rest of them. Yeah, checks up, collected up, check what I'm when you talk around for the big bag on your head, but you wasn't breaking head.
Oh, Breeze, as long as I got baby Klepto running around, I'm always get my phone back. So hey.
Put a hole in the nigga right in front of you, your heartbeat, patient. Shall we do it on this side? Niggas get to it on this side. I know my friends. Get back, the ups and downs, you know, I get around to me. So the part of the game, I gotta take it. You need to say shit. You need to say it. It's on the part of the game.
You be alright, Breeze. Oh yeah, happy belated, my guy. Niggas trying to take my phone, but I haven't got it. Yeah, man, feeling good, man. Gotta keep yourself positive no matter what, man. Happy birthday to all you cancer babies. We ain't forget about you. If you ain't on cocaine or the dope, man, I don't know, man. Need to say shit. I'm gonna take it. Robberies turn food stamps is nothing to play with. Sway. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, don't encourage my madness because you know I ain't got no damn sense. I tried to, but you know. Hold on one second. I almost thought I was gonna play a diss track, but I forgot the ladies up in here dancing, so I ain't gonna do that to them. I ain't gonna do that to them. I was gonna be petty, but and now that diss track is for them all. Yeah, I ain't gonna be petty today. I ain't gonna be petty today now. Tired of the same chicken, the same biscuits, the same fries, same two-piece your mama getting from Popeyes. I said my biscuits is dry, I need some gravy. His mama was I got it. Don't think that I can drink it no more. I don't know if I drink any, though I love it.
Do you really want me on for sure? I know that she said that I might just find another. Escape from the scheme that we can play it. I know not to play it. I'm losing it all. You did me bad. I've had enough. You're losing my heart. Keeping in touch. How can we be friends when we were just fucking? I know that the same stuff was the same. Same lies, same tricks that you play and think I won't realize. The same I come again, I waste my damn time. I said we got this friend, she thinks she all mine. But I hate her. But I need her. But I hate her. I seen it all, baby. Yes, I done seen it all. You have me down, but now I think I'm just standing up, falling in, loving it. I felt like a touch. And tell me, girl, what are you? I'm tired of the same stuff, the same games, the same lies, the same tricks that you play and think I will realize. The same I come again, I waste my damn time. I say we got this friend, she thinks she all mine. Come me go, spend me go. Like the shit that I was saying. Oh, I thought.
I appreciate y'all for tuning in. You already know. I got to be a fool with it real quick, but you know. Please don't encourage the madness. I see you in here laughing, son. Don't encourage the madness, son. I see you serious, baby. Well, we know, I know. So I hope she gotta go. It's too much, it's too much food. It's too much, it's too much food. Too much is too much food. Don't start encouraging it. That's too much. That's too much food. Don't encourage the madness series. Come on, you know better than that. Come on, then. That's too much. That's too much food. Oh shoot! I just remembered something. I was supposed to play a throwback. I think I am going to do it. Let me make sure my shuffle list is where it's at. Let me make sure it's where it's at. It's too much foolishness. I know. Don't make me play the song I just played earlier. You're going to be mad. I'm going to bring Hank Hill back out here again, damn it. I'm trying not to. I'm trying not to, and I won't. I'm going to just leave it alone. But what I am going to do is this. Breeze, don't come back in here looking. I'm gonna bring Hank Hill out for y'all, man.
but I spend it. A bad next if you walk in the places, he was spending all of the cash in the basement. Couldn't go up with those dead faces, gotta build all of the things, no faces. No pennies, I'm gonna keep them staring. So Gucci, no down the Karen. On the gram, I'm keeping that you hack my account, I'ma show off this tattoo. Keeping it.
Cap D coming. Cap D coming. This sound like Tootsie Roll and what's the other song? Shit. Come on, ride the train, choo choo, ride it. I'm done. I see you, DD baby. Breeze, it's too late, man. Santa Claus coming. Santa Claus coming. Santa Claus coming. Santa Claus coming. Now let me see something, y'all. I ain't gonna say cap keep coming. I ain't gonna say no cap keep coming. I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna leave that alone. But here's how we gonna make this right. This is how we gonna make this right.
Got an attitude, was a bad shit, so I ain't attitude. Ain't attitude, what I gotta do to be having you. I'm in the avenue, top 5, 60 in a 7 tool. Yeah, as I know you need some rice in this capsule. She ain't savage too, I'm a savage too, it's compatible. She was told practice how to cut her own, got a bad boo. I ain't chicken to the head, fuck my brother, I ain't bad at you. Fucking in the kitchen, we ain't even make it to the master room. Man, in the trenches when she suck it different, she tatted too. She hit it, man, it's different, she nasty too. Yo, her body different when I'm over here, I'm like, animal. Her body different, I'm like, even just like I'm here,
I'm an active fool, swiping EBT like an animal. For sure. I be swiping all day in the menu.
For sure. That pussy be purple when you wear it, it's like it's very.
For sure. Still that EBT because you know I gotta be swiping dude. For sure. Swiping that EBT for the whole squad too. For sure.
Just like in this beat, cash lock on YouTube. Yo, that's me. Imagine. And this beat from cash lock on YouTube.
Shit like NBA, when I do the nigga, what's all running roots? Made it sound like NBA, fuck when niggas say me, don't fuck my rules. Put your pussy up my face, put your pussy drag, that's all I do. And when you ain't my loop, I'm something new, man, fuck my moves. Nigga, give it, my fuck you, make it, my fuck you, make it, my fuck you. It's a nice one, second, but I can count on you. Maybe I don't see the drinks, but I never stay time. Slide in the big truck with some bitch for this move.
For sure. For sure.
Sure. She gonna let it walk the floor. Sure. So good, W. Sure. You better than rich car, W. Sure. I'll make some money, I'm trying to have fun with you. For sure.
I see you serious, baby. Got an attitude because I got a swipe your EBT, dude.
So what I gotta do to be having you? I'm in the Arizona, top 560 in a time tool. Yeah, that's right, you get the rights in the capsule. She is times two, I'm a times two, what's compatible? She was telling Fridays how to cut off, I got a bad food. I ain't chicken to the end, fuck my brother, I ain't mad at you. Fucking in the kitchen, we ain't even bigger to the mess room. Let her hit the trigger, so she sucking different, and she tattooed. Problem, that's just my problem. My problem, that's just my problem. Niggas talking shit, bitches talking shit is my problem. Niggas talking shit, bitches talking shit is my problem. My problem, that's my problem. Problem, my problem, that's why I cannot confide in you. Looking within, you with me, my solitude.
Now I got the juice, cranberry and mango juice.
Walk the juice, go juice, and walk the juice. Yeah, yeah, problem, yes, problem, problem, yes, bitches won't touch it, it's my problem. When it goes around, it goes up and down, round and round. My problem. When it goes around, it goes up and down, round and round. My problem. When you're talking shit, it goes up and down, round and round. My problem. When it goes around, it goes back and round, up and down. My problem.
Yeah, don't mind my madness.
Two step in the box, one two step in the box, one two step in the box, wait, she wanna get mixed.
Fuck that baby, pussy. I feel like wait now, I need me a million. Like, fuck that baby, get busy. Shorty and cheap, but she really get trippy. I'm probably like Twiggy, we run the city. Got no sound Jersey, got no sound Philly, got no in Korea. Like, geez, I'm silly. Bobby, I think you're with me. I'm in the section, the best shit with me. I drink too much liquor, I'm way on the tips. I'm always in Philly, got hoes in the bitch. Niggas be capping, they carry no stitch. I'ma still be that nigga by 50. Love and bitch, that's the way it get tricky. I can't love on me, so I be busy. My life is not regular, more than convict. Believe it or not, I got hot dog whippers. I'm wearing a rubber, I won't hit it easy. I bust on the face, now the shit she's sticky. Damn, get jiggy. 1, 2 step in the bus, get jiggy. Damn, get jiggy. 1, 2 step in the bus, get jiggy. Nigga, I'm different. I'm not like the rest. I was a rookie, but now I'm a vet. I hit my bitches, I talk about that. Shit, shit, better talk with your chest. Stuff it came on, I'm not paying for sex. And Jersey and New York, I feel like a net. This ain't no parlay, I hit like a bet. Y'all counted me out, I can never forget. Like what? I'm not the 3 or the 2, I'm just what? Maybe y'all would, y'all pay for her butt. So whatever she make, I'm gonna need me a cut. Sorry, like Cardi, it's up and stuff. Hit from the back, I might go to the front. She got a booty, I'm rubbing a butt. Like, big girl, I wanna fuck. Like, my kid, chill. 2 step in the box, get chill. 1, 2 step in the box, get chill.
See how you get it. Hey,
1, 2 step in the box, get chill. 1, 2 step in the box, get chill. 1, 2 step in the box, get chill. Oh, wait,
I got a couple songs left for y'all. I gotta get up out of here. But I appreciate everybody that's tuning in and rocking out. Uh, Hold on 1 second, yo. 1 second. Oh, I think they did it to me again. They did it to me again. Did it to me. Yes, they did. My bad, y'all. And did some bullshit. Hold on.
Wow, this shit like the back. Wow. I'm on that nigga like a sleep like Calvin. I'm on that nigga like a life jacket trying to kill him. I ain't trying to save him. Hop off the jet through the show, shanks in the jet. I'm to another nigga. Get that little bitch from the back with stamina. In the jet like a double like that. Crank up the whip in the double, I pop out the front. Look in the back, smoking one top 500 in the month. I'm mixing walk, tail, wine, plus my seat. Anything I ever said, I did. Give a fuck that you feel like this. Blue tips in the bitch. What they do, y'all quick like a sneak. Bitch in that bitch, no cap, though. I'm the cap, I'm the boss. Still in the mama coming like a man later. She gon' suck me hard drum. So they send me shots, send me like a pot tiller, like a bomb. I'ma shoot like a wide limit. Shit exotic fees, you can pull up on me personally right now. Oh, I see this shit in jail, them years in jail, and God is family paying no line. Can reach for my train and jump on the stage and teach me it's gonna be a stand on. Hands off, I'm not bringing back a lot of discipline in the penitentiary. I know when people talk over me, I'm humble, but it ain't no harm at all. The streets was hell, them years in jail, and God is family paying no line. Can reach for my train and jump on the stage and teach me it's gonna be a stand on. Hands off, I'm not bringing back a lot of discipline in the penitentiary. I know when people talk over me, I'm humble, but it ain't no harm at all. I'm back on my young nigga shit. I'm back on, I walk in this bitch with a stick in my hand. My throat is down on my pinky ring like I walk in this bitch with a brick in my hand. I ran a little bit, I'm sitting around them 10 grams in the bag with like a top like shit, one foot. Won't break this bill, won't get a hurt deal. I won't get a condo. They gon' hit you when I kill the city. I'm Aryan Nation. I don't fuck with King. She throw it back bars. I do it jumper. She 22 to me like she 43, 40 block nigga time I story. He go on me, cause me a quarter key. Yeah, we got still before the shoot out. You be on the back street, anything like that, man. You ain't gotta ask, don't make it. Don't go get it. Back to the truck. Bless you. Hey, go on a trick me now. Full comments, don't act, don't do it. Really in the field trying to run money up, back deal, and you want set. Wet the streets was hell, them years in jail, thank God, it's family paying no line. The reason my chain to jump on the stage and teach you it's gonna be a stand on. Hands off, my child not bringing up a lot of discipline in the penitentiary. I know like when people talk over me, I'm humble, but it ain't no harm at all. The streets was hell, them years in jail, thank God, it's family paying no line. The reason my chain to jump on the stage and teach you it's gonna be a stand on. Hands off,
See how you serious, baby. Hey.
a lot of discipline in the penitentiary. I know like when people talk over me, I'm humble, but it ain't no harm at all.
I got 2 more songs left, y'all. And I'm getting up out of here. But I appreciate y'all for rocking out, though. The fuck you mean? Welcome back, baby. Remix.
Yeah. And I never had this happen before. Heartbreak so deep. Heart broke so deep it broke to a melody like this. My heart is breaking. My heart is she's a runner, she's a track star. She gon' run away when it gets hard. She can't take the pain, she can't get scarred. She hurt anyone that gets involved. Don't wanna compare, I take it this far. She gon' do the race, just not this one. This a game we used to cheer for. When I was down to talk, you were here for. Get harder like it cool. I just wait too late, it's convenient for you. The dirt you left don't turn into dust, it don't move. It's been waiting for you. Girl, you're killing me, you're tweaking all. I asked you what you feeling, you don't speak it all. But you go straight to Twitter, you gon' tweet it all. You must want another nigga to be along. We were supposed to fight high through the storm. You made a decision, chose the easy one. Say you follow when your heart, but girl, you lead the one. Wanted me to take you back, but open reaching on. Lost for words, let it hurt. Set my heart on fire. Set my heart on fire. Put you first, show you the words. Give you whatever you desire. Give you whatever you desire. She's a runner, she's a track star. She gon' run away when it gets hard. She can't take the pain, she can't get scarred. She hurt anyone that gets involved. Don't wanna compare, I take it this far. She gon' do the race, just not this far. It's a game you
I see you out here serious, baby. Hey.
the talk you want it for. Little train of heartbreak, get harder like it cool. I just wait too late, it's convenient for you. The dirt you left don't turn into dust, it don't move. It's waiting for you. She went from all the product like she in shape for it. Hard time, wait for it, and then she wait for it. You don't cost a thing, ashamed how much I pay for it. You don't cost a thing, ashamed how much I get for it. Heartbroken into pieces, but take on it. Red top made out of glass, close the drapes on it. What's this shoe so deep, play it safe on it. How will I ever love again, or will I stand on it?
Lost for words, let it hurt. Setting my heart on fire, setting my heart on fire. Would you first? Show you the world. Give you whatever you desire. Give you whatever you desire. I can take it. I can take it. Oh yeah.
We ain't forget about y'all. We did not forget about y'all. Give me 1 second. 1 second, y'all.
Just place your body on the street, nigga. Stop the pressure, stop that. Drop that in his track. Even though before we can share the things line up the block, so there ain't no space. Let my high to the top of the live state. Once again, so you know it. Breathing as much heights as that dimes in that whole shit. Don't sit, the phone fit, don't split, don't get it, it's our thought. No better than yours. Just check the suicide doors. 30 shit's real and that black thing's raw. Looking back, I hit this shit to death. I guess I ain't killing it this time. I'm here to raise the dead. I'm here to raise the stakes. This time it's 10 bills, supply the C survive and then deal in time. Show cracks, beat X-Files. Do remind us, never start behind the streets on smash. Niggas on the corner watching me roll gas. The bitches they all dancing. The sheet on glass. Let me see some climbing on that mean cheap boat. For Santa New York, I got that look, man. Rubber showman, the king of the streets. TF3 incredibly credible, like Sun said. It was inevitable, the metal was going front there. And you know that can't go shot. The work day right in front of the one shot. I'm the misery boulevard, right across the street from my homie down place. It's food study to celebrate. That's when it became apparent to me. That the bits and hustlers are being apparent to me. I'm clean, innocent, you're wrong. I'm just a product of the streets, product of some meat, product of that Capital around in 3 beats. Problem is, when I win, my team eats away. Just think the opposite of that. You be staring down the opposite side of them. I got the streets on smash. Niggas on the corner watching me roll gas. The bitches think all dancing. The heat on glass. Let me see some climbing on that being cheap. Oh, for Santa New York. Have you ever felt the metal to your melody? Just stop that. Ask for the money and drugs and you ain't got that. Where the cops at? Where did they come? Just a few seconds, your brains be laying on your stomach. I'm always see nobody trying to get that over. Put your gingerbread pies, niggas, the heat's running on high. So track I take the certain niggas on the fly. I got the streets on smash. Niggas on the corner watching me roll gas. The bitches they all dancing. I got the heat on glass. Let me see some climbing on that mean cheap boat. For Santa New York,
You got a last song of the day. I appreciate everybody that rocked out. If you missed the conversation, definitely catch the replay. I'll be back tomorrow with some good vibes. So,
Shake some girl that's gonna make fun. Says she like it rough, that pussy up. You ain't never fucked up, you gon' fall in love. Bottle of that liquor, courage on the way now. I'ma leave you to your class, I know that way down. I said, ooh, she wildin', do a thing, lanes. Get shot down.
See you, with that.
She attract rappers and the ones who do the same thing. Players in the league and the dope on the same thing. No one trying to pull up on her, all she do is lane change. They be in the air, 100 be the main thing. Trying to lock her down, she ain't with the chain gang. Wanna make her wife mine? No name change. She be on that working position now, type of name change. She be stunning, she be on a Jackie Chain thing. Big tail, rollies in the style, let your thing swing. Might try to ice out, might play thing. Either way, you know what time it is, gotta maintain. Mr. Child's girl, not a big chain thing. Whole crew bad, it's a pretty gang thing. Long hair, don't care, let it hang thing. Oh, she do a thing, she do a thing, she do a thing, oh, she do a thing. Shake some, girl that's gonna make money. Said she like it rough, that pussy up. You ain't never fucked up, you gon' fall in love. A bottle of that liquid courage on the way now. All the ladies taking shots, I know that way down.
I see you, DJ David.
She pop up Molly, can do a thing, take the grapefruit, can do that brain thing, man. That ruby red, that shit done change things. I'm about to bust, but before I go bang, bang. Hold up, she climb up on it like she came tall. Back and forth on the table like she came tall. She told me play the dirty version of the same song. She told me fuck it in the job with my bling on. And she do this thing to me, she know I like it. She need no one to check, she know that might. She like when Spider-Man climb up the walls. She be so wet, feel like you in the falls. She like Niagara, man, fuck your Viagra. She make you confess and fuck up your swag. She make you come back, got that boomerang. Ooh, she be wildin' when she do her thing. When she do her thing. When she do her thing. When she do her thing, ooh, she be wildin' when she do her thing. She wildin', she wildin', oh no. She wildin', she wildin', she do her thing, she wildin', she do her thing, she wildin', she do her thing, she wildin', she do her thing. Never say something, girl, that's gonna make cause she like it rough, that pussy up. You ain't never fucked up, you gon' fall in love. My body like that liquid courage on the way now. All my ladies taking shots, I know that they down.
I appreciate everybody that tuned in this afternoon. Unfortunately, I got to get myself up out of here. I got to run, take care of something real quick. But hey, for those who are late to the conversation, I'll definitely, I'll definitely be reiterating on one or two other things tomorrow. Um, I also want to give a fair warning and a fair announcement to those who need to hear it. It's too hot to be cooped up indoors. Whether you got kids or not, get yourself out, enjoy life, and keep trying to make the best out of life. And for those that need to hear it even more, get your ass out that basement and get out and go seize life. Um, for those celebrating birthdays, may y'all continue to be blessed another year around the sun and keep creating and having moments, but enjoy every moment of it. Yeah, it's time for me to get up out of here. But I can't let y'all leave out just like that. So, appreciate everybody that's been a part of the build, still becoming a part of the build. And yes, we still got great conversations. And I'm going to leave y'all out with this. Don't worry. Oh, you already know, serious, baby. I'm gonna leave y'all with the funny shit.
Shit is red or blue. I told all the hops to eat shit and get cancer too. Bobby got that cell phone stick. You better answer to. My wife got a body on that bitch. She's answer too. This big Hank, what they talking about? Fuck money spread. I cannot hold it. It's a large amount. Bobby got his purse, but he dropped it, and the purse fell out. Hit his head. Told him it's some shit he should have thought about. King of the hill, I'm selling propane. Me and Gang, Bobby and the mayor, we ran a soul train. Deep for speed. I'm a ship the gear, swerving both lanes. I told this bitch she hot and sells her down. Chipotle. Glasses on, told him pick a pill.
Yeah, what you dancing to? Hey,
Got that cell phone.
you better answer, dude.
My wife got a body on that bitch. She a dancer too. This big Hank, what they talk about? Fucking money spread. I cannot hold it. It's a large amount. Bobby got his purse, but he dropped it, and the purse fell out. Hit his head. Told him it's some shit he should have thought about. Thanks to me, not the Hebrew. Cut an old head. I ain't talking about Ebro. I've done so much shit that I'm gonna catch my ass a Rico. We fighting over trucks, smoking green. Yeah, baby, I'm the boss man, keeping D-Lo. The way these kids talking with the sound. I'm the pedo. The office scheme up and went down like the seesaw. They will jump in for this ad lib.
Wingo.
I'm just saying, I had to say goodnight. Glasses on, told him take a pill. Shit is red or blue. I told all the hops to eat shit and get cancer too. Bobby got that cell phone stick. You better answer it. My wife got a body on that bitch. She's dancer too. This big Hank, what they talking about? Fucking money spread. I cannot hold it. It's a large amount. Bobby got his purse, but he dropped it, and the purse fell out. Hit his head. Told him it's some shit he should have thought about.
Well, let me get up out of here. If y'all was new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Shout out to the replay game. Shout out to the Shadow Mafia and the Shadow Babies. Y'all know what it is, baby. For everybody that was in attendance today, y'all already know that love is love and it'll be reciprocated as such. I don't know how to be fake. All I do is give you real. That's all I'm going to do is give you real topics and real builds. What you mean, wait a minute, what? Wait a minute, what? Yeah, you heard what Hank Hill said. Big Hank, what you talking about? But y'all enjoy the rest of your afternoons, evenings. Oh, yeah, and happy Taco Tuesday to all you future babies. I still need my lottery numbers for tomorrow, today, damn it. Y'all stay safe. Keep that third eye open. Until the next live, we out of here. Peace and blessings.